Do you know that Har-Bait, the Temple Mount, is holy to Muslims?
Yeah, I know, of course.
Do you accept that?
Yeah, in our country it's like a little bit more complicated than this, and you're born to this mavak.
Struggle, battle.
Yeah, and like you get the things איך שהם.
As they are.
Yeah.
As a religious Jew, do you see Har-Bait as being holy to Muslims?
Of course.
Okay. And do you have any opinion about that? Does it threaten you?
No, I don't think it threatens me. I mean, I do believe it's the holiest place for Jews and for Muslims. I think I don't really see any messianic feature where the temple comes down in a rain of fire and destroys the. I don't know. Basically, I just think we need to coexist there. I do think the way Israel treats Har-Bait now is wrong.
What do you mean?
In the way that I do think that it is a part of Israel. It shouldn't have been left to the Waqf. Of course, there is absolutely no need to build anything Jewish there, but...
So then why does it matter if it's under the Waqf responsibility?
Because it turns... Now with all the excavations that are actually meant to destroy any archaeological evidence of any Jewish buildings in there that the Waqf is doing, which I think is wrong, for mainly archaeological reasons, but that's it primarily. And it's a part of the state, so.
Okay, and does it bother you can't pray there?
I mean, me specifically, I've never tried to go out there, so not really, but I do think there should be equality and freedom of religion. So just like I have no problem with any Muslim praying anywhere I want in Israel, I want the Muslims to respect me in the same way.
Har-Bait. Did you know that it is holy to Muslims?
Yes.
And what do you think of that?
It's a big conflict.
Do you accept that it's holy to Muslims?
I don't have much choice. I think history speaks for itself. Like, we say it's ours, they say it's theirs. I think it's no one. If you ask me, it's like it's nature. There's no one can like take some piece of land and say it's mine. There's always someone who's been here before.
Do you see Har-Bait, Haram-al-Sharif, sorry for me to say, as being holy to Muslims as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
Well, I wish it wouldn't be like that. I wish we'd have our Bet HaMikdash there. I believe that one day we will be able to be there and have our holy temple there. Mm-hmm. But for now, it's theirs, and they can do what they want there. But what I believe is that one day, like all Jews will come to Israel, and that's when the Geulah will come, and the Mashiach will come, and then we can build our Bet HaMikdash there. And things will just work out. I don't know how. It's going to be a miracle. Okay. That's what I believe.
Har-Bait. Did you know that it's holy to Muslims as well?
Of course.
And how do you feel about that as someone who is religious?
I feel pretty much okay with it. I don't know how I stand with the issue that it's very problematic to get in there for Jewish people.
To pray.
Yeah, to pray. I've never been there. I don't feel comfortable going in there when I know I can't daven and I can't do anything inside there. So.
What would happen if you prayed there?
What would happen?
Most people don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I don't. I would imagine I would be kicked out.
Okay. Do you see it? Do you know that it's holy to Muslims? שזה מקודש גם למוסלמים.
Yes, I know from the Bible, the book, from the book. I don't know absolutely sure. I know for the, mythology, I'm this and this.
Okay. שזה מקום חשוב למוסלמים.
כן, yes, I know.
ואתה מכבד את זה? Do you respect that?
מאוד. I respect very much.
האם אתם יודעים שהר הבית זה גם מקום קדוש למוסלמים?
כן.
ואיך אתם מרגישים עם זה? מה דעתכם?
האמת שאנחנו בדיוק בשנה שאנחנו מבקרים בהרבה מקומות שקשורים לסכסוך ערבי יהודי, ישראלי, ודווקא במקום הזה לא נגענו, לא התעסקנו לעומק, אבל...
אנחנו לא נתעסק בזה יותר במהלך השנה, אבל נראה לי שעכשיו אין כל כך, יש יותר גישה לערבים מאשר ליהודים לשם, ואני חושבת שצריך להיות סוג של שוויון, כאילו, שגם אנחנו וגם לנו.
אבל אתם מקבלים את זה שזה מקום קדוש למוסלמים?
כן.
וזה גם. אוקיי, הר הבית. זה בא ממישהו מוסלמי מחול, ששואל אם ידוע לך שהר הבית זה מקום קדוש למוסלמים.
הר הבית זה מקום קדוש לכל מי שמאמין בו, גם למוסלמים וגם ליהודים. אבל בהר הבית היה בית המקדש בזמן חורבן הבית, ועם ישראל השתמש במקום הזה בתור בית המקדש. המוסלמים קיבלו, כל העולם, השאר העולם, קיבלו רשות להגיע לבית המקדש ולהביא קורבנות. מי שרוצה להקריב קורבנות לבורא עולם, בהר הבית, הרמב"ם פוסק שהיו נותנים לו להיכנס.
אבל המסגדים שקיימים כרגע.
מקומות מקודשים שלהם זה קדוש, אין מה לעשות. המסגדים שלהם קדוש, מה שקדוש צריך לכבד.
הר הבית, Haram-al-Sharif, with the Muslims, the mosques, do you recognize that they are holy to Muslims? שהם מקודשים, זה מקום חשוב למוסלמים.
If you learn the history of the Muslims, the Har-Bayit wasn't a sacred place for Muslims almost all the history. It's like a synagogue for us in another country. Okay, synagogue is a sacred place, but we have the most sacred place, that's the Har-Bayit. For them, there is Mecca. That's the most sacred place. And the Har-Bayit, it's only like a synagogue for us. So it's a sacred, but...
Do you know on the Har-Bayit, there's Haram-al-Sharif, the mosques. Do you know that they are holy to Muslims?
Of course.
In Jerusalem, the Temple Mount, Haram-al-Sharif. Haram-al-Sharif.
What is Haram-al-Sharif?
Haram-al-Sharif. The Har-Bayit.
Har-Bayit.
Har-Bayit. So, did you know that it's holy to Muslims?
זה שייך למוסלמים?
No, it's holy. It's
yes, of course. Yes.
מקודש. Okay.
It's only for the Jews.
Do you recognize that Har-Bayit is also holy to Muslims?
Before I go on, I want to find out who's watching this, and
Someone who's Muslim asks that. You can say whatever you want.
meaning from their point of view, do they see it as kadosh to them?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. And how does that, as someone who sees Har-Bayit as being holy to you, how is that? How does it make you feel?
They're entitled to their opinion.
Okay.
I'm not there to, control people's minds.
Okay.
Everyone should think everything, whatever they see fit.
Okay. And sorry.
Same question?
Same question. Yeah.
Yes. And how does that make me feel?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay. Now, would either of you advocate? This wasn't the question, but would either of you advocate destroying their temple?
Depends. They don't have a temple then.
Well, they have a mosque.
Yeah, you can leave the Al-Aqsa Mosque if you
Okay.
want. But, I mean, I don't know. You'd have to have some sort of Torah government or something here to do things like that. You couldn't do that as an individual.
No, I assume.
I'm very against any individual going and being an idiot and causing World War III over some stupidity. But from my point of view, in a perfect world, we would have a Torah government. We could, with a Sanhedrin, a Malchut, Kohen Gadol, and the Mikdash, and all these things. That means many aspects of what they're doing over there would cease. If they are going to revolt against us starting that, if we had all these conditions met, then I'm all for ending the things that they're doing there that is in contrast to what the Torah says we should be doing there.
Okay.
But until all these things happen,
just curiosity, because I don't know anything about this. But let's say all those things fell into place, and everyone here was religious, and we had a government according to Halacha. Okay. Is there a way to actually have their holy site there as a mosque and the Beit HaMikdash Shlishi also there?
It's a wonderful question. I'm not such an expert on the issue.
Well, it's important not to confuse the Dome of the Rock with the mosque.
That's right. They're two separate sites.
Separate places. The Dome of the Rock is not a mosque.
That's right. It's a site.
Right. And that's where the temple is.
Okay.
Supposed to be. So, I don't know. But I know that the Al-Aqsa Mosque is not in the location of where the temple, where the Mikdash is. From what I don't know exactly. It doesn't matter what we think or what our opinions are, how much compromise or how peaceful we want to be. In the current situation, if I were to go up to the Temple Mount, dressed in my Jew garb, just to pray as an individual, I would have the crap beat out of me by these guys dressed in black with the red checkered kofiyah. Then after they're done beating the crap out of me, the Israeli police would come and arrest me. That's the status quo. So it doesn't matter what we want to do or how peaceful we are. We're not welcome. And that's the majority of the population that, supports that. The people that don't want Jews praying up there, period. They're like, Jews can't come up here and pray. That's it. Done. And so it doesn't matter what we think or say. If I go to a person and I say, hey man, I want to have some peace with you, I want to have some compromise with you, and he's like, absolutely not, then I can only have one of two things. I can either just give it to him and say, fine, you're here in my house, you can take whatever you want. Or I can say, no, I'm going to have to fight you. And it's either, what can you do? Unless somebody's minds change, that's the way it is.